Start.
Hello children, today I am coming to you with a few stories that I'll read for you every now and then. I'll record it and send it to you. The book I have chosen for you is The Stories from the Panchtantra. This is a book which has a number of beautiful stories written by Shiv Kumar and illustrated by Tapas Guhaji. A little bit, let me tell you about the Panchtantra. The stories of Panchtantra, originally written in Sanskrit, are very old. Legend has it that a king who had 3 foolish sons engaged a versatile teacher, Vishnu Sarman, who taught them how to be happy and successful in life. Pancha means 5. Tantra means doctrines of conduct or modes of action, namely confidence or firmness of mind, creation of prosperity or affluence, earnest endeavor, friendship and knowledge. Panchtantra depicts Niti Shastra, wise conduct of life, through stories mainly of animals which children love to read. We'll start with today's story for you. The story I've chosen for you today is Union is Strength on page number 58. Let me read it out to you. Once a flock of doves flew away from their home in search of food. Though they flew for miles and miles, they could not find anything to eat. Tired and hungry, they were flying over a forest. The smallest of the doves was so tired that he said to the dove king, "O king, please, can we rest a bit?" "Oh, come, little one, be brave," replied the king. "We are sure to find some food soon." So the little dove flapped its wings harder. He flew so fast that he found himself ahead of all the others. Soon he turned to them and said, "Come on, hurry up, I can see some food down there." The doves looked down, and there they saw just below a big banyan tree some rice scattered on the ground. "Come, my friends," said the dove king, "let us eat." Together the doves landed under the banyan tree and began to eat the rice. Suddenly, a vast net fell over them. The doves were trapped in it. "We are caught," cried the king. "What shall we do?" The next moment, they saw a big fat hunter coming towards them. He was carrying a huge club. "We must do something immediately," said the dove king, "before the hunter kills us." All the doves were struggling to get out of the net. "How can we save ourselves?" they cried. "Tell us what to do." "I have an idea," said the king. "We must act together. We shall all fly up carrying the net with us. Remember now, unity is our only hope." Each dove picked up the net with his beak, then all together they flew up. The hunter was almost upon them when suddenly he saw his net going up into the air. He was amazed at the unity of the doves in their effort to get away. He ran after them, hoping that the net and all the doves will soon fall down. The doves saw him running after them, so they flew high over hills and dales and went far, far away where the hunter could not follow them. At last, the hunter grew tired and gave up the chase. When the dove king saw that the hunter no longer followed them, he said, "Half our troubles are over. Now we must fly to the hill near the city of temples. There lives my faithful friend, a little mouse. He will certainly help us. He will cut the net with his teeth and set us free. Yes, yes, let us go to the city of temple, said all the doves in chorus, and on they flew. Soon they reached the place where the mouse lived. When the mouse heard the loud noise made by the flapping of wings, he was frightened and hid himself at the far end of his house. But the dove king called to him softly and said he had come to ask for his help. The mouse looked out. He was happy to see that it was his friend, the dove king, who was talking to him. We have been caught in a trap set by a hunter, said the dove king. We cannot get out of this net. When the hunter came, we flew together, taking the net with us. Now please help us. Cut the net with your teeth and set us free. Very well, said the little mouse, and he began to bite through the net. I shall set you free first. No, no, said the king. Please free my followers first. The little mouse was wise. He understood the feelings of a king towards his subjects. So he began to cut the rest of the net. One by one, all the doves were set free. And then at last, the dove king was also set free. All the doves were grateful to the little mouse for saving them. With a loud flapping of wings, they rose in the air and flew away. Thank you, children. Hope you enjoyed listening to the story.